Good morning, sweetums. It's time for your wake-up revelry call. This is Pastor David Grisham with Last Frontier Evangelism, but today you can call me Drill Sergeant Kickbutt, because I'm here to wake you up and get you in formation and get you on the move. Do you hear me? How can this God's army win the battle against the devil if you just stay on post all the time? It's time to do battle with the enemy, and it's time to win some souls for Christ. But I know some of you are going to be whining, saying, "Oh, Drill Sergeant, we just have to stay in our prayer closets all the time and pray, and maybe do a little bake sale for the youth group." That is the biggest bunch of horse hockey I have ever heard. Do you not see what's going on around you? Do you not see boys marrying boys, girls marrying girls? Planned Parenthood is selling body parts on eBay, and good golly, Miss Molly, the Wicked Witch of the West is running for president. Somebody please baptize her with a bucket of water and lead her to Jesus. Folks, many fine young men have shed their blood to give you the freedom to preach the gospel. And Jesus Christ shed his blood to give you a gospel to preach. And you soldiers are without excuse. What is your major malfunction? Don't make me come down there to your sanctuary and put my number 10 boot right in the middle of your pew-shaped buttocks and kick you out of your churches and into the culture where you belong. Don't make me do that. I am sick and tired of namby-pamby, gutless, salad-eating sister boy Christians who are too afraid of their own shadow. There will be no cowardice tolerated in this God's army. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? So let's get up, folks. Get out of our churches and move out. Now, folks, drill sergeants oftentimes seem very harsh when they're teaching their troops, but they are trying to instill in their troops a sense of discipline and a sense of motivation. They've got to train these people for battle because the stakes are very high. Their very lives are at stake. And I'm telling you today, folks, that your very souls are at stake on this. If you don't believe it, read your Bibles and find out. This is a very serious thing. So even though it may seem like I'm yelling at the church, and we're doing this really in good fun, it may seem like I'm yelling at the church, but in truth, what I'm trying to do is the same thing the drill instructors are trying to do with their soldiers that they love and they care about. I'm trying to motivate you. Street preachers love the church, and we care about the church because Christ loves the church, and Christ cares about the church. But Christ wants the church to be up and be out. And it says in 2 Timothy 2, 3, and 4, "You therefore must endure hardship as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. No one engaged in warfare entangles himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who enlisted him as a soldier." You are a soldier for Jesus Christ. It is time for you to be disciplined and get off the base and get out there into the battlefield and do battle with the enemy. And that takes place outside the church. Yes, you can pray. And yes, you can do bake sales and you can do all those wonderful things that you do inside the church. But you cannot neglect the battlefield, because if you do, you've surrendered the battle to the enemy. So today, as Sergeant Kickbutt, I just want to remind you that if you are not equipped to go out and do this, you just call old Sergeant Kickbutt a call and I will get you squared away. You just contact me at lastfrontierevangelism@gmail.com and we will give you some spiritual basic training to get this done, and we will go out and win this war for Jesus Christ.